So, the Arena Championships are over, and my previous video, which will be down in the description about PvP balance, was proven true. Balance is insanely broken and stupid right now, as we saw. Also, loot is a very, very huge problem in World of Warcraft Shadowlands right now, particularly when it's regarding PvE content. But don't worry, guys, don't worry. Let's see what Blizzard has to say about this particular issue.
We're sorry. You have reached a number that has been disconnected or is no longer in service. If you feel you have reached this recording in error, please check the number and try your call again.
Oh, fuck.
I am Raziel.
Alright guys, so we've got a bit to talk about today. I'm going to try to make this video as quick as I can. It's not scripted, it's going to be completely 100% off the cuff, but I wanted to talk about some huge issues. It's no surprise, actually, you know, history is repeating itself a little bit here, that 5 years ago, almost not quite 5 years ago, a little over 4 years ago, my fourth video I ever made on my YouTube channel was about Blizzard's lack of communication, which is the core of the problem of everything we're seeing here. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of great things about Shadowlands, but right now especially, loot is a huge issue. There's a lot of bullshit going on in regards to that, where PvE is not rewarding at all. There are reports, and I've experienced this myself, of players doing entire clears of normal and heroic raids and getting 1 or 0 pieces, just getting no gear from it. The amount of time investment you have to put in to get gear in Mythic Plus is definitely not worth it, considering the highest level gear you can get out of Mythic Plus is 210. Then of course you will, if you do clear that, you will get a 226 one piece next week. But it's not just that, it's that the drops themselves are pretty sparse. Even if you are doing all the content correctly and timing it, the odds that you're going to get any loot at all is severely low, and it's becoming a huge issue. A lot of people just are straight up not doing Mythic Plus. A lot of people in my own guild only log in for raids now, and even that's starting to become a little harder because a lot of the loot just isn't there. The most effective and the best way to get the best gear in the game right now is PvP, and it's unfortunate that right on top of this, the PvP itself is the most unbalanced it's ever been. We saw that in the World Championships that just happened over the last week, where entire games are decided by some shoddy-ass ability that comes with a covenant, such as Wild Seed, or a legendary proc like a Holy Paladin's legendary proc, things like that. So it's a major problem right now that needs to be solved, and nobody came into this expansion, I certainly didn't, expecting any kind of like pure balance. There's a lot of moving parts here and a lot of balance that needs to be decided, such as you know, there's lots of legendaries and legendary class combinations, and then you have covenant class combinations and covenant abilities and all kinds of shit that Blizzard has to balance, which is why I think temporary systems like this need to go away in the future in MMOs and World of Warcraft especially, because they just cause all these fucking issues. But still, I didn't have any unrealistic expectations that everything was going to be balanced. I expected horrible balance right out of the gate. That's how it always goes with Blizzard and how it's always going to be, and it's not just Blizzard's fault, that's how it's going to be with MMOs. But what is Blizzard's fault, and is a huge fucking problem, and again, alluding back, and I'll put the link to this video as well, a video I made over 4 years ago about Blizzard's inability to communicate effectively. So they don't say anything. How long are we into release, and we've almost gotten nothing in terms of communication and response about the awful balance in PvE and PvP, about any plans to fix that, about the awful loot. The only thing we really have, which a lot of YouTubers I've seen have jumped on recently as if it's like huge news, which it really isn't, is just Ian Hazzikostas in an interview talking about they're looking at ways, so for PC Gamer, an interview, they're looking at ways to find out, you know, how to make loot a little more rewarding in PvE. But the thing is because he said it in an interview and we had to dig that up, and it's not anything that's concrete in blue text that they're posting on their own forums to their own player base. It means that whatever that is that they're planning on doing is far out, not concrete, hasn't really been brainstormed, and we still have weeks, if not months, ahead of this similar bullshit when it comes to loot. I mean, I hope I'm wrong, but I'm probably not, knowing Blizzard's track record. So we see this issue, and again, there's so much about Shadowlands and WoW that I'm having a lot of fun with right now. I'm having fun in PvP despite it being broken and me playing one of the worst classes in PvP. But there's definitely becomes disheartening when a lot of the content where you could gear, you just choose not to do because it's straight up not worth the amount of time and effort you have to put in because the loot is so rare and bad. And Blizzard needs to, I mean, effectively bring back what I would say Valor or the badge system from Wrath of the Lich King, Burning Crusade era. Bring that back, because this random loot, they say they took a lot of RNG out of loot, which I don't think they did. There's still way too much RNG and if loot drops at all, which is very, very rare. And it's not uncommon too for if you do get a good piece of heroic gear from like a heroic raid or a high piece from your vault or whatever. I mean, not your vault, your Mythic Plus. Then the next week, the best piece that you get from your vault is a duplicate. That's happened to me several times. So the vault is an interesting experiment, and overall I like it, but it does need some tweaking. Some kind of duplicate protection where an item can't be dropped for you that you already have unless the one in the vault is a higher item level. Something like that, but we do need a badge or a Valor system. But above all, we need Blizzard to open their fucking mouths and stop wasting our time and actually communicate. Actually communicate what their plans are, what they even if they just talk about what they recognize as huge problems, whether it's a balance issue or a loot issue, we need to be talked to, and we're not. They're just straight up not saying shit, which is something that hasn't changed for years at Blizzard, and I'm not surprised at all that they're dropping the ball on this and fucking this up, because it's Blizzard style. They don't talk about things, even if they don't have concrete answers. It's very unprofessional to just not say anything, and my news feed for WoW and my Discord server is primarily just spamming shit that is about artwork or people's opinions on things. It has nothing, no blue posts at all on balance or what they see is wrong, or the fact that people are getting frustrated and not doing half the content that's in Shadowlands because the reward's not worth it. That needs to be addressed. Anyway, guys, what are your thoughts and your opinions down below? What do you think of this problem? Again, this is more of a talking head video. It was just some eye candy in the background, but I will be getting back to doing more traditional videos in the future. Remember, I don't make videos for clickbait or to get people to watch. When I have something that's bothering me, I want to talk about or discuss in the gaming world, specifically the MMO genre, I'm going to make a video about it. And you know, you can, if you want to talk to me and you want to get in touch with me and interact with me more, a better way to do that is when I'm streaming. Again, my streaming information's up here. By the way, guys, I really appreciate all the support I've been getting both on my streams and here on YouTube. But again, with our nation turning into a complete censorship nightmare, YouTube is becoming less and less of a viable option to spread any opinion that isn't approved by the court of public opinion. So anyway, guys, I really appreciate you guys, and thanks for coming by. And as always, my friends, keep it fucking real.